Oh, is there a fart?
Welcome to the second episode of Interviews with Citizens.
Two in
Special
one
guest, Betty, the bearded.
Don't get it worked up. Calm down, Bulldog.
Introductions.
Again,
Yeah.
one day we will have to do this because we'll be so rich and famous.
Yeah.
From all our followers. So I'm Mercedes. Yeah, that's it. I'm Mercedes.
I'm Robin. I'm a Leo.
Oh my god, you queer.
And I'm Jazz. I'm the guy next door, the bedroom next door.
He lives with us. I'll put this away.
Yeah.
I'll stop working on that. Shall I?
You want to introduce the topic?
Well.
Ghosts! Wait, no, it wasn't.
No,
I started my war on an out on a down breath.
you fucked it. You fucked it.
So it went like this.
Like inward singing. We sound like a bunch of smokers.
Yeah.
And we're not.
And we're not.
Get off!
Okay, so apparently today we're going to talk about
Stealer.
Stay.
What's Staffies?
Ghostface killer.
We're going to talk about the Ghostface Killer. No, we're going to talk about diet,
Yep.
choice, lifestyle, medical necessity,
Yeah.
because I think that we pretty much cover the entire spectrum here. Well, you guys are sitting behind me. I'm not going to like this setup.
You're gonna get a crick in your neck.
What about if I do this?
Well, that's not awkward, is it? It's not a photo.
Oh yeah.
Say cheese!
So, Gaz is one end of the spectrum at the moment. You binge a bit with food on occasion, don't you?
Yeah.
But for the
Like
most
last
part, he
night.
is, at this juncture in time, he would have to be the healthiest one in the house.
Oh.
The fittest one
Oh.
in the house. And he, 5 days out of 7, he's very conscious about what you're eating at the moment.
Yeah.
Because he likes to look like a fully developed man.
Well,
Fully developed.
I'm well developed.
Well developed. And I think Robin came from a background of food and body guilt.
Yeah.
Obsessing over everything she ate, but also gluten intolerant. Gluten intolerant.
Of
was like
Romania.
it's a city.
In Romania,
But
yeah.
it's not even,
It won me hard over.
Yeah.
Back on there.
oh, and I view food and beverage as part of my culture and not something that I should feel guilty for. So I don't believe in being a particular size or body build or anything really. I don't believe in any of that. I think there's enough shit going on in the world that you shouldn't shame yourself about enjoying food or beverage. And it's a big part of my family, my history. We're eaters and celebrators, I guess you would call it, really. We love food and things like that. But coupled with that, I had to quit playing sport and stuff, so I gained a lot of weight, and I had to decide how I was going to feel about that. And I'm fine with it.
I think it's really good that you had to decide how you're going to feel about that.
Yeah.
Because that's what I had to do as well. Was I was always the exact opposite, and it was always sort of growing up for me and instilled in me that everything should be in moderation and anything to excess is never ever a good thing.
I still believe that though.
I believe some things to excess aren't a good thing, but occasionally a little bit of decadence.
You wouldn't know from my eating habits, but I believe it.
He loves eating some popcorn.
He does love a bit popcorn. And it was very interesting how long it took me to realise that I could just come to that decision and actively make that decision myself, that I wasn't going to let myself make myself feel guilty anymore about it. And retiring from roller derby was a big step in that, because there is so much surrounding that. It really used to be a culture of absolutely anyone can come and play this game, but now, if you're in a league that's quite established and climbing higher and higher, it's less and less that you will see really big girls playing every year. More and more it's athletes.
Not even really big girls. and I've seen it just in the past few years, even girls have started, and I've been like, oh yes, it's a little bit of that old feeling of roller derby back where all women are accepted.
So that's more recreational.
Well, yeah, it used to be a sport for. We're gonna start this whole roller
Yeah,
derby.
I'm going to.
Oh,
Let's say that for another.
I was going to say, is
We'll
this
discuss
roller
roller
derby
derby
on your diet?
some other
Yeah.
time. But you see them now that roller derby is so competitive. You see them coming in and being curvier girls, or one build, and just in one season they're just like because there's so much pressure to
And
go
it
to
is-
the gym and watch your food and.
And it's praised as well. It is
they love
praised.
it. Yeah.
You know, I remember seeing somebody very recently say to someone else, "Gee, you're looking very slim," and that person said, "Oh, thank you." And I remember thinking to myself, I don't know whether the person who said it meant that as a compliment or merely an observation, but how funny, thank you, that it was taken as a positive thing. And I went on a really full-on detox once for my health, not my weight. Because my digestion was just in a really bad way. And I lost a lot of weight very quickly, unintentionally. And it was actually, I found it detrimental to my ability to play roller derby because I was too small. But yeah, like you said, it's very much praised, and people are like, oh, look how much weight she's lost. That means she's fitter and better at this game. I retired this year, and at the start of the year, I was probably the heaviest I'd been at the start of any of my seasons, and I was a brilliant blocker. Like I remember in the very start of the season, I was hard to move, and I was flipping people all over the shop. And I remember thinking, dang, and it was ingrained in me to think I will be losing weight because I have to because the season's starting. And I remember thinking, what a shame. So yeah, we were talking about making the conscious decision, and it seems so weird and so hard of a decision to make, but it just got to the point where I was sick of food guilt and gym guilt and fitness guilt, and feeling worried about having to fit into lycra in front of thousands of people.
Doomed to fate.
And then I'm going to put Paul up here. Come on, Paul. No, you idiot! Come on, Paul. Quick sticks.
You get that on
He's
film?
frantic!
Lay down. Okay,
Look
there. All right. Dogs are sorted. Oh, Jesus.
So yeah, it is a difficult decision to just make, but then once you realise you can actually make it and think, I actually can look good, and I don't have to be a size 10 or 12 to do it or whatever. What are your thoughts?
About fitting into clothes? No. Well, in
Because you're a
terms
developed
of
man.
my...
You're a fully developed man.
Not like it used to be. But I like to be conscientious about my food or my diet for health reasons, not necessarily fitness now, but just because I'm concerned about the way I feel every day. Because I'm not the spring chicken I once was, and I find it harder the older I get to feel better to get out of bed, you know. Allergies getting worse and worse.
God, you really sound old, guys.
Yeah, I do.
I was just
Imagine
sitting there
it.
thinking,
Oh,
God,
why do I even get out of bed in
you
the morning?
sound so old. Allergies just getting worse and worse. I've always
That's
suffered with
true.
allergies,
Yes,
so
you
it's
have.
irrelevant. My weight has nothing, plays no part of my allergies. I will say that I did notice when I stopped skating, and even, you know, for the last several years I was just coaching, I instantaneously packed weight on because I was used to eating a certain amount and getting less exercise. And like tying my shoe and squatting down to do things, all of a sudden I found myself doing that super old like thing, and I was like, tying my shoe
Move
shouldn't
the gun out.
tying my shoe shouldn't be like a strain. But that I'm used to that now.
I hate it when it first started being a problem, and someone who was pregnant said to me, "Yeah, I get that," and I was like, "You've got a human being growing inside of you. What's my excuse? I like chocolate."
Well, I think that's it. I guess really at the end of the day, you just have to decide what's more important to you: a fashionable shoe without Velcro, or chocolate. And I think that almost every day I choose, well, not chocolate, chips.
Sweet
It's
taken.
shoes for me. No.
Well,
What? You wear thongs 24/7.
except for today. It's
This month, oh, you just
Soft day.
middle of winter, 1 degree. Out goes gas. Shorts and thongs.
Shorts and thongs. It's +5.
And what about this whole vegan kick?
Whoa, what about
it?
Well, the other day I went into a bakery. And I like to have a
I'm putting socks on for this.
put socks on. Sometimes have baked potato for my lunch on Friday.
They're just here.
That was lucky darn. So I take my Nuddlex over and I ask them to put that on instead of butter, and then just get some vegetarian ingredients. So that's
Some bark and some leaves and
Yeah.
some grass. Isn't it funny
So-
that people think that vegetarian food just tastes like dirt?
it
It
just tastes like
does. It
vegetables.
does. Have you had filled mushrooms? They taste like dirt.
I love filled mushrooms.
So theoretically, there's 99% chance that was a vegan lunch.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, unless there's some weird additive in like sun-dried tomatoes or something, but more than likely not.
Which we're not super Nazis about it anyways.
No.
Sometimes if you get stuck out, you just have to go 4, 5, 7. Ooh. Actually, no, we do look all the numbers up.
Yeah.
That's not true. If you've seen us in the
Now you
grocery
know,
store.
now you know.
Ready. And the woman behind the counter said to me, you know what would go great on this? Some tzatziki. That's how she said it. You know what would go great on this? Some tzatziki. And I was like,
Probably
no,
doesn't
thank
speak
you.
No,
like
is
that.
she?
And then she goes, no, tzatziki would be really good on your fucking baked potato.
No, she
And
didn't
I
talk
was
like that.
like, yes, but that's not vegan. And then she went like this and gave me that sideways look and she goes,
judged you.
why are you vegan? And I was like, oh,
Here we go.
And I said, look, it is my decision, it's an ethical decision. I do it because I just don't think anything should need to be killed or treated unethically and horribly to feed me. I don't try and push it onto others, it's just a decision I have made for myself.
Because we're not like most vegans. We don't try to bend other people's ears about how they should become vegans. I don't give a shit what anybody else eats. Period. At all. I don't care.
We just don't want to contribute to
Those industries. Yeah.
So,
Fair enough.
and then she goes, she started going on this rampage and she said, yeah, she tipped over the fucking cake cabinet. She goes, and this is legit, this part is legit, she said to me, my kids and I have a funny thing we talk about, that we think vegans are creating a sub-race of humans that won't be as intelligent as everyone else because their brains won't develop properly because they're not eating meat. And I was like, I just want my baked potato, I'd like to go eat my lunch now. And then she's kept going on about it. And I said, look, it's really just my decision, I'm not trying to push it on anyone.
But
It's just something yeah.
Sorry,
And then-
I mean that
I'm
disrespect.
still caught on that. She thinks there's going to be a de-evolution or something.
Oh, and I forgot, she actually preempted that with, don't be offended, but, and I was like, oh, well, I definitely won't be now that
Now
you've
that
put
you
the
said
caveat.
that.
And then she said, well, see, you're talking to a farm girl. No, it was like this. Well, you're talking to a farm girl here, Dal. Yeah, yes. Then she hopped up a loogie. And I was like,
potato?
no, hopefully
Was
not.
it in your tzatziki?
Me
Tat-
fucking
tzatziki.
tzatziki. And I
Tzatziki.
said, well, maybe you treated your animals more ethically if you had them on your own farm. And she was like, nah, we had battery hens. And I was like, and then she goes, and they don't lay if they're not happy. And I was like, I just want my potato. It's going to be cold now.
And see, the
Crazy
difference
biatch.
between you and me is I would have said, actually, about that potato, you might just want to keep it, wrap it up, shove it directly up your fucking asshole because I'm not giving you
Fuck
one
yourself,
penny
yeah.
of my money. As if you would say that to a customer in this economic downslide.
Don't be offended, but you're creating a sub-race of humans with poor intelligence.
Mutants!
Ouchie, but need
Didn't say that. Do we both just like go into our own little thing?
Thing.
Yeah, and I'm really surprised that you gave her your money.
Bear in mind, I'm not going to say the
Well,
place
hungry.
where it was, and I love that place, and she's the only person there that's ever been like
Was
that.
the place we had
Everyone
lunch
else
the
is
other
lovely.
day?
No,
Oh, okay, good.
no.
'Cause I like that
Stop
place.
trying to guess.
There's not that many places in that town, Goller. Yeah, but as long as it wasn't that place that we went the other day, because I'm never giving my business to the potato lady.
She did to you?
dead to me.